Today, I'm going to share with you all a really bullish video that my Ripple partner just revealed. You won't believe this, Chris Giancarlo. It's amazing. They know what you'll see, so everything makes sense. These terrible US institutions are going to make some announcements soon, and they're even telling you that they're working on this implementation and making history right now. Nevertheless, only a select few of us will profit from this. Each order comes with 2 skins if you purchase it once, 2 if you purchase it twice, and 4 if you purchase it 3 times, for a total of 6 skins. Now let's get started. This project is called Digital Dollar. Chris Giancarlo is the leader of this group, and since 2022, when they joined forces to form a sandbox, they have been looking at the future role of the US dollar. Currently, they are looking for infrastructure solutions, and when you listen to both Thomas Pita and Chris Giancarlo, you will be shocked beyond belief. This is really impressive. After reviewing everything we've recently discussed, especially in light of how crucial liquidity is, this video will make perfect sense to you guys. We conducted the world's first listen, and when I left the commission, I was convinced that this was the technology of the future. This is how the internet is revolutionizing every aspect of life, eliminating the need for intermediaries in activities such as banking, finance, and money. It has already done this to social networking, information gathering, entertainment, leisure, and retail shopping. This will alter. Based on what we know about finance, the big banks will continue to silently allocate huge resources to this. As a result, we now have 2 main prospects. I can't recall the name, but perhaps you can. Read it now, or shortly. Both of them caught me off guard. It's actually free, and with a few breakthroughs, the middle-tier banks will all need to do it. However, instead of building it themselves, they will look around and ask, what's the industrial grade? This will result in widespread institutional adoption, which I believe will inspire others who may have been hesitant to adopt a solution that fulfills all requirements. Despite having built-in privacy, it is compatible with all of our peers. Given Ripple's position in the payments infrastructure and its reputation as a trusted brand partner, the payments architecture provides the necessary privacy measures to foster trust among users. Since trust is the fundamental tenet of any payment system, let's hear this bit out. Afterward, Ripple closely monitors their discussions about the same project. They're testing it, and I can assure you it will be incredibly deadly. You can see where we're headed once they scale into 200 economies, starting with small economies. Since it's intriguing, let me give you an example. This week, we announced Project Mariano, a project we specifically focused on. We imagine a world in which CBDCs are commonplace. To that end, we chose 3 economies, Singapore, France, and Switzerland, and combined their CBDCs into an automated market maker. Within that market maker, all of the currencies may trade against one another. I bring up that example because I believe it represents a significant shift in the way we view foreign exchange. So, let's begin our conversation today by discussing Project Mariano. This is a rapidly developing body of work that is investigating how we can use an automated market maker to facilitate cross-border, cross-currency transactions. We considered 3 economies, including Singapore. The ability of France and Switzerland to connect the diverse economies of approximately 200 countries worldwide and guarantee the smooth operation of the payment system is noteworthy. You are aware of all the various company profiles and how they pulled their CBDCs into a common type of offshore pool that functioned as an automated market maker. Claudine's earlier point, often overlooked, pertains to the concept of liquidity pools. Having that liquidity in place is crucial for ensuring the functionality of these models. The more currencies there are and the more liquidity required to facilitate transactions, the less efficient these models become. Although there isn't always sufficient liquidity available, if we transfer all of our cash into a single currency at this moment, the liquidity could potentially increase. Although there is a background to how a currency often develops, once all of the liquidity is removed, that is how it typically does. Develop more effective pricing structures. Having liquidity in place is a frequently overlooked aspect of developing more effective pricing structures, as it is crucial for the proper functioning of these models. I recall the Thomas Petra video because I had another one that was of very poor quality, and people were saying that it was artificial intelligence, AI, or that I was manipulating his comments. However, the obvious video shows 2, if not 3, massive banks, so it makes sense why they say as you do. As soon as one gets going, people will start to pour in, and that will lead to some form of well-known institutional adoption that will hopefully inspire others. That may have been unsure, hence having said that, ladies and gentlemen, please know that I thank every one of you. Now, let's dive into the details. I believe we will achieve these targets, with Ripple's digital AET XRP surpassing $1 trillion. XRP's market capitalization will reach 100% throughout our lifetime. Alright, but what does that imply for the XRP value? This computation is relatively simple, as it divides the market by the circulating supply. Cap is suitable for the prediction. If we follow through on that and execute an $10 trillion market capitalization for XRP 90 billion in circulation, the price per XRP will be $111.75 billion. For now, let's use 65 billion XRP, which translates to $133 per XRP in circulation, or roughly $135 per XRP. Do I believe that these goals can be met 100% of the time? Well, if you simply utilize a few brain cells, that's reasonable, but not trying. Please forgive me if I seem ungrateful. I'm being conservative here, so don't comment when we reach $2 trillion in the market. I don't want to hear comments like, oh, you mentioned this the other time you mentioned this. This is simply a conservative estimate of $80 trillion for you to work with. Now, considering the entire ecosystem, where do you believe its value will go, even if Bitcoin aspires to reach $1 million? That is, give or take, 20 trillion. Market capitalization, alright, so now you recall 10-20-30-40-50-60 plus? Trillions of dollars. That's when utility becomes relevant. That is the location of the assets that are operating frictionlessly and continuously around the clock, and you heard Chris Giancarlo even remark that this is essentially what I have been telling you guys, that everything will change. Having said that, ladies and gentlemen, I sincerely appreciate every one of you. Please share your thoughts with me in the space provided below. We'll return soon with an additional video.